When most people think back to the great NES classics, there aren't many snakes that come to mind, besides Solid Snake, but that's different. But perhaps there should be. Rare, developer of numerous NES classics like Wizards and Warriors and Battletoads, created a game for the platform called Snake, Rattle, and Roll, and while it may often be overlooked, doing so would be a mistake. Here's our review. Snake, Rattle, and Roll puts players in control of one of two snakes, Rattle and Roll. The goal is to eat as many nibbly-pibblies as you can in order to make your tail longer. This increases your snake's mass, and once you've gained enough weight, you can set off a scale that opens the stage's exit door. Each stage has a different kind of nibbly-pibbly too, and they're all pretty fun to see do their things. Pibballs just roll around, Pibble-copters sprout helicopter blades and fly, Pibble-splats bounce around and splat on the ground. It's quite ridiculous, but it's incredibly charming, especially when you eat one. Your snake will chomp on the Pibble, then spit out whatever extra parts it doesn't want. So if you eat a Pibble jogger, for example, you'll spit out 2 stick-figure legs when you're done. Then, if you look close, you can see the Pibble work its way through your snake's tail. But beware, some Pibbles are actually bombs in disguise, so if you see a Pibble turn into a bomb, run, or slither quickly? Of course, this is a rare game, which means it's tough as nails. As such, there are far more things you'll need to avoid in addition to exploding Pibbles. You'll encounter fast-moving toilet seats that run around like crazy, pin cushions that shoot needles all over the place, a creature called Bigfoot that's literally a Bigfoot that tries to stop you, and even a reverse power-up that may look like a good thing, but will actually temporarily reverse your controls. Speaking of controls though, that's one area of the game that will take a lot of getting used to. Snake, Rattle, and Roll utilizes Rare's trademark 3/4 perspective, similar to their other NES classics like Cobra Triangle and the RC Pro-Am games. This makes moving around somewhat odd, as the D-pad doesn't 100% line up with the movements your snake makes. That said, there's an inherent logic to it that makes the game manageable once you spend a little time with it. It's honestly quite an ambitious game in this regard, almost playing out like a 3D platformer before those were even really a thing, but it works quite well. Then there's the music. Rare games almost always had great soundtracks, and composer David Wise absolutely knocked this one out of the park. Lots of rock and roll inspired tunes take full advantage of what the NES was capable of with songs you'll be humming for days. So yes, this game is very hard, especially the final few stages. Honestly, those ones can be downright unfair, but everything leading up to those levels is a blast. If you're looking for an NES game that's a little off the beaten path, this one's absolutely worth a go. It's one of the better looking NES games out there, and it even has 2-player co-op. Snake, Rattle, and Roll is currently available on Nintendo Switch Online and is part of Rare Replay on the Xbox One. Original carts aren't all that expensive either, and of course there's always the EverDrive N8 if you're looking for that authentic NES experience. It was also ported to Sega Mega Drive in Europe and got a strange pseudo-sequel on Game Boy called Sneaky Snakes, but no matter how you go about getting your hands on it, it's a great game that's well worth your time. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked what you saw here today, please follow, share, like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think of Snake, Rattle, and Roll. Thanks again, and on behalf of all of us here at Stone Age Gamer, keep playing games.